Hello and welcome back to your April 2024 real estate update for Chino Hills, and San Bernardino County. Hi, I'm your host Thomas Ryan with Thomas Ryan Real Estate. I am a Southern California real estate agent based in Chino, California, with a reach and pulse on all 5 Southern California counties. Today we have an extremely informative and insightful video for you based on the previous month's market activity. In these monthly market updates, I will bring you information, statistics, as well as my personal perception on what's going on in the market, with the ultimate goal of keeping you well informed about our local real estate market. As always, we will hear from Beny Rabuchin from Movement Mortgage with a report on mortgage rate trends and expectations based on market knowledge. Should you have any additional questions about the real estate market, your specific property, or if you have aspirations to buy or sell a home, always feel free to reach out to me directly at 909-334-2049 or find me on all the social media sites. Just search Thomas Ryan Real Estate. All right, without further ado, let's get into the update. As you may have heard, nationally inventories have been on the rise, and that goes the same for our cities and our county. Let's take a look. Inventory has increased across the board. Chino went up 8% from 83 homes to 91 homes. Chino Hills increased 21% from a historically low 45 homes on the market to just 51 in the month of April, and San Bernardino County with a modest increase of 7%. As you can see, we have clearly seen some small increases in inventory in our area, which is great news for home buyers, as that means there's more homes on the market for you to choose from. Closed sales for the month of April were all over the board. With inventory levels up, we would expect that closed sales would follow suit. However, that was only the case in San Bernardino County. Let's take a look. Chino was in fact down 15% for the month of April. Chino Hills remained the same from the month before, sitting at just 50 sales. And as mentioned, San Bernardino County was up 6% from 1,409 to 1,499 sales. Chino Hills sales remained strong despite the increase in the inventory for the month. Something to keep in mind is that all of these numbers are relatively low historically. Wow, we saw a decrease yet again in the median days on market across all sectors. Check this out. Chino median days on market went from 13 days the previous month to just 11 days. Chino Hills dropped from 10 days to just 8 days, and even San Bernardino County median days on market dropped from 18 days to just 15 days. These median days on market statistics are extremely low, even rivaling the peak height of the pandemic. Clearly, the buyer demand and the competition for the lack of homes on the market is very strong. The median price per square foot numbers for the previous month remained relatively steady, with virtually insignificant increases or decreases in each sector. Let's check it out. Chino's median price per square foot dropped by just 1%. Chino Hills increased by just 3% to $501 per square foot, and San Bernardino County as a whole dropped by just 1%, sitting at $329 per square foot. Home values in our area remain strong, and all of the indicators we have discussed prior suggest the same thing. Essentially, we are seeing no slowing or significant decreases in values, which you may have heard from national news syndicates. Our market is strong. A key indicator of whether it is a seller's market or a buyer's market is the percentage of the original list price that sellers are getting from buyers. Spoiler alert, it is high. For the month of April, the median percentage of original price received remained at 100% in Chino. It increased to 101% in Chino Hills and remained at 100% in San Bernardino County. This shows us two things. From a seller's perspective, if you list your home appropriately at market value, you can expect to sell your home at or maybe even slightly above your original list price. And from a buyer's perspective, do not expect to negotiate on the price. In fact, you may need to increase the price beyond the seller's original list price. And lastly, everybody's favorite statistic, the median sales price. We saw some modest changes this month. Let's take a look. San Bernardino County as a whole increased 2% from $515,000 to $525,000 for a median sales price. Chino Hills came down 2% from $1,059,000 to $1,039,000, and Chino decreased from $750,000 to $737,500, a decrease by 2%. What all of this information indicates is that the homes that did sell in the month of April sold for a relatively high percentage of their original list price, and they sold very quickly. Now, what they may have been is lower on the median price point. So our higher end homes, our $1 million plus homes, maybe sat on the market a little bit and weren't the ones that sold in the month of April. And now for the big question that every aspiring homeowner is wondering, and maybe even some of you thinking about selling your home: what is going on with today's mortgage rates? And to offer his expert insight, I'm gonna throw it over to Beny Rabuchin. Take it away, Beny.
Hey, Thomas, thanks so much. Guys, let me just jump right into it. You know, interest rates is such a hot topic of the year. And as I've talked about in the previous couple months, you know, we've seen a rocky road with interest rates. Now, at the beginning of the year, many anticipated that we would see interest rates drop pretty substantially this year, and we haven't quite seen it yet. And the result of that is, you know, our economy is still showing signs of resilience. You know, the Federal Reserve is watching our economy, and whether they're going to start to cut the federal funds rate or not, they're watching to see mainly our job market and inflation. Now, inflation has actually plateaued the last couple months. In fact, some of the reports show it's ticking up a little bit. Inflation going up is not good for mortgage rates. So that's why we saw interest rates tick up about 0.25% in the past month and a half or so. Now, in regards to the job market, the Fed met last week and they're looking at it very closely. They're starting to see some signs of pain, meaning there aren't as many job openings happening. This means the job market is slowing. This is going to be really good for mortgage rates. So since they spoke last week, we've seen a really nice improvement to interest rates. You know, we were hovering kind of in the mid to about 7.75% on interest rates. We're now in the low 7s. So we've seen about 0.5% drop in just the last week alone, which is awesome. So we'll see what happens. I do believe it's going to be a rocky road. We're going to have good days. We're going to have bad days moving forward. But maybe this is a sign that we have some light at the end of the tunnel. I just think it's going to take a little bit longer for us to really see those rates drop. Now, opportunities that I'm seeing right now from a buying perspective. Now, there's two different buyers right now. You know, affordability is a big problem in the United States. If you think about the lack of homes that are available for sale, and while buyer demand has diminished a little bit because of the higher interest rates, there are two different buyers. There are buyers that just can't qualify at these higher interest rates, you know, how expensive real estate has been. But the other buyer is they can financially make sense of these temporary higher rates. And I say temporary because rates are temporary. They move around. However, they're seeing an opportunity because home values continue to rise. So as interest rates come down and buyer demand picks up, home values will continue to go up. So buyers in this market are coming in with some opportunity. Now, some of these homes, we are still seeing multiple offers, believe it or not. And these are homes that are priced right, that show well. Many are move-in ready. That's what a buyer expects in this market. Now, many people come to me and they say, Beny, how do I get a deal in this market? Well, the deals that I'm seeing are homes that have been on the market longer than normal. So any home that's been on the market longer than 45 or 60 days probably came to the market priced more than what it was worth. So a seller kind of shot for the stars, was hoping they get it. They didn't get any bites from any buyers because buyers are hesitant. Now you're starting to see some price cuts. Now I want to be clear, price cuts is not a reflection of a housing crash or home prices coming down. It's more just they didn't price it right, and buyers are very sensitive to that right now. So it doesn't mean that anything's wrong with the house, but if you're looking for a deal in this market, those are the ones that you want to keep an eye on right now. And obviously Thomas can better direct you on where these deals are. But anything that's been on the market long enough we've been able to go in and negotiate some deals, right? Either pay less for the home, get the seller to give us some money to pay all of our closing costs. Maybe they give us some credit, so we use that to get them a lower than market interest rate. So there still is some opportunity out there, and I see this window being pretty short. We're in the peak buying and selling season right now. So you're not going to see a lot of ways to negotiate as a buyer unless you find a very motivated seller. So the opportunity is there. Of course, as interest rates come down, we're going to see a ton of buyers come back into the market. So if you can financially make sense of these interest rates right now, I still do think it's a great time. We'll see what happens with interest rates moving forward. It's going to be a rocky road. Of course, I'll update you guys from month to month. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Beny. We appreciate all of that information. Now, if you're curious about what you may qualify for in today's market, or you wonder what you may need to do to get qualified, feel free to reach out directly and I'll get you in touch with Beny. We truly hope that you found this information helpful, and if it was helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the Thomas Ryan Real Estate YouTube channel, or by following me on Instagram at Thomas Ryan Real Estate. It is completely free, and it not only helps me, but it helps me get the information to you and others. Again, always feel free to reach out to me directly with any questions you may have. I can be reached at 909-334-2049, or you can even post the questions in the comments below, because someone else may have the exact same question as you do. All right, until next month, have a good day. Bye.